Bandito Radio 112 FM, a streaming radio station for all toy enthusiasts, collectors, photographers, and customizers. Built to match your mood and passion. Music from hip-hop to country and all the rock in between with host Howlin' Jim Jackson. For a dose of the macabre, there's Myra's Morgue of Midnight Madness. Plus our newest collector podcast, Purple Gang Gang Full Frontal Purple. And Action Figure Frequencies. With your hosts, SKN's own Chet Maddox and Alexander Storm. Bandito Radio 112 FM. Available to stream now on Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
All systems have been alerted to your presence, sir.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I hope you know what you're doing.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Toy Chest episode 35. This is, what is today? July 21st, 2025. I am your host, Darth Butcher. I've got Scott Solo here.
What's up, nerds?
On assignment. We sent him away to do some scouting for us. So he's our official probe today. Probe.
I don't know how I feel about that.
We got Blitz Transmissions. Tommy is in the house.
What up? What's going on? I made it. This is 3 in a row, isn't it?
It is. It is
3 in a row. I'm back.
And
right.
With that shirt, it's so good. That shirt.
Oh, you like that? I need to get an SKN shirt now.
Damn right.
We'll send you one over, brother.
Hey, speaking of SKN, Alexander Storm.
What's up, guys?
Awesome. Well, guys, it's been a while. A couple of weeks went by just because we wanted to get everything kind of like, marinated and get closer to Comic-Con and see what's going on. We do have some kind of news, some tidbits on some, possible Haslabs in the future. All rumors. Again, nothing set in stone, anything, but we can dream, right? We are collectors. We're dreamers. We have some updates on Vintage Collection and Black Series as far as what's been shipping and whatnot. And, of course, Comic-Con exclusives, how to get your hand on the popular Mustafar set. Popular? Question mark? I don't know. Alex might drop up some news for us to kind of get into and see how easy or hard it is going to get that set. But before we get into everything, I've got to get a shout out to our Shadow Council. You guys make this possible every single week. If you are interested in joining our Shadow Council, which is our Patreon, our QR code is right there. Scan that. Information's there. Get involved. On Wednesdays, our flagship show, our Starlight Digest, you will get a proper shout out by Scott Solo up there. He will do voices, and it takes about 3 hours to get through it. But hey, we do this. We do it, and it's
Damn straight. Damn straight.
And
we do have some updates coming for the Shadow Council. So
Yes,
there's some stuff coming. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Taking precedent over everything, of course. Commander Bly with the super chat, $1.99 to fund Alex's 13th viewing of Superman. Alex, I'm sorry, man. I know we did a whole show. We went off on Superman on last Wednesday. So anybody who gets a chance, Rhino Hobby's in there. Go back to our show on Wednesday and we break Superman down big time. But yeah, it's super chat. I had it. Superman.
Third time for me tomorrow. I'm going to see Superman for a third time.
Wow.
Nice.
I loved it. So.
The people who are in our pit being digest, of course, I saw Commander Bly with my own eyes earlier this morning. He was in there. He's always first, of course. And then Hal Runner Base always in there, along with Stu John Jedi. We've got Eric Coates checking in. We've got Rhino Hobbies, of course. And let's see, Dr. Brantley. He saw Superman 800 times and he loves it. He said he loves it. So, Matt Logic checking in. What's up? We've got Santo 1414. We've got Rick Jones in the house. You love it. Phantom Menace Dennis. Again, probably one of my favorite names out there.
Absolutely.
Just flows, man. Flows. And Meeks is in the house. What's up, man?
Hey.
All right, guys. Yeah, again, it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks coming to us to sit here and get a toy chest going. We are going to drop another one next Monday. So again, with all the San Diego Comic-Con flair and excitement, we'll bring a recap. We've got some people that are going to be on the floor. Speaking of, he's right there. Alex is going to be on the floor. He's going to be taking some footage for us, since we'll be bringing you guys all the news and of course, Bliss Transmissions and SKN2. Those links in the description below for all the coverage and all the toys and all the pop culture that's going on, right? So let's get into it. Let's do this first. Let's get into our Black Series and Vintage Collection first and see what's happening in there. Are things hitting our mailbox or what have you? So, Scott, I will bring up the Black Series first, and then you can go off on that. So
sure.
I think this is it. Yeah, there it is.
There it is. So Black Series, I will say that the Imperial ISB Trooper has started showing up at Target. You can find him now, but he's registered blocked, so you cannot buy him until, I guess, August 1st. What? Because Target loves their arbitrary dates, right? They really do love their arbitrary dates. And then today I did find the brand new Director Krennic. I did purchase it because it's Director Krennic. I freaking love Director Krennic. So I picked that up. I'm down here in Glendale, California. I went down to the Glendale Galleria. They've got this massive 3-story Target down there, and there was about a dozen of him sitting on a peg. So I'm like, yes, please.
Nice.
I also did get a message from Amazon, who I pre-ordered my Zombie Trooper and the Ezra Bridger. They had originally delayed it to September, and now it's saying that they should ship early August. So
nice.
I did get that update.
I think Chewbacca just hit my pile of loot, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. But they did send me an email that he was shipping soon.
Oh, we're going to start getting hit.
Yep. Rick Jones saying that street date figures get stashed in the furniture section. You know what? Sometimes if it's a figure that I know is going to be like damn near impossible to find, I will be the complete jerk that goes and picks up a different Star Wars figure, goes over to self-checkout and uses that.
Why not? Wow. You're already at the store, man.
I'm not cheating them out of money. I'm not buying a cheaper figure with it, but I do not want to miss out on an exclusive figure. So but I did not do that because I don't actually want the ISB Trooper just yet. I might later. So I think that's about it for the updates, right? I do know that like Darth Nihilus has returned to GameStops, as have I think Darth Malgus has returned. Malgus is on pre-order.
Did we talk about the last episode? Did we talk about the reissues with Malgus? It was Malgus, Starkiller, and the Phase 2 Clone Trooper.
Yes. All on like what packaging is it on? Is it it's
same So it's plastic-free
No changes.
packaging.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha.
And then for TVC, it was Darth Revan, right?
I think so.
Issue.
I think so, but I haven't seen him hit yet. But I did actually have Nihilus and the Darth Malak in my hands, and they were in the same exact packaging they were in before. So one of them had plastic free, the other one was a basic, the basic Black Series packaging. So yeah,
Both great figures. Both great Black Series figures, especially Malgus. Malgus is one of my
definitely
favorites on there.
yeah.
Well, cool.
I want that one.
So start transferring money over to what you have to do, because again, we're starting to get the delays for Ezra and the Zombie Trooper. I was just like kind of sleeping on it a little bit, and then so knowing that they're going to ship to, they always do that, right? They always going like, it's going to be 3 months from now. It's psych next week, you know.
I'm not upset. I'm
not upset. Yeah. Bring it on. Bring it. Especially that Chewie and Han, dude. I like.
Yeah.
I got it. You know.
Yeah,
I've been seeing like on Instagram people getting these in their hands already, you know, and start to, you know, the ones that get the early birds or preview figures and everything. And yeah, I'm like, let's go. Cool. Hey, Rhino Hobby's on the 24th. Make sure that we all say happy birthday to Rhino Hobby. All right. Nice. All right. And he's on his way to try to get that Cold Slither.
Nice.
Let's see here. All right. So Black Series update again, just shipping updates and some the Target exclusives in the wild. So that's it, right? There's nothing announced as far as any individual figures coming up. Not yet. Not until the next live stream or at Comic-Con, because Hasbro does have a booth.
They do have that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do have a booth, and I know that soon. I think Face reported that Mummy Trooper for Halloween is in the United States now. Like, it's here, so expect some sort of pre-order happening soon. And,
it'll be a straight up purchase. No
straight up purchase. I like that.
Yep,
I like that.
Buy it and you get it sent to your house. Maybe.
I really haven't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, on all the holiday stuff, I haven't had a problem getting not one of them.
No,
I've always gotten every single Christmas one and Halloween one.
Dare I say that holiday might be my favorite gimmick line the Black Series has ever done.
Tommy, you and I are on the same page. I am all about the gimmick on that. You know, even more so than the credit, even more so than the carbonized, right? The ones that are kind of like, you know, in that realm.
Garbage.
I'm like, and you know what? It's just because I want to decorate my house, and I mean, this gives me an excuse. I've dropped several $100s on these things, so I mean, it works. And then you can just put them away, and then maybe 3D print some scenes around it. And who knows?
That's cool.
Okay, on to vintage collection.
Oh, do we want to see how badly my wallet was obliterated this week?
That's why he's in a hotel right now. So.
I know, right? I got kicked out, and so number one, let's start over on the right-hand side. We've got the reissue of the X-Wing Fighter. I saw that starting to pop up over at GameStop. Again, GameStop seems to be the place for everything. But the price has gone up by about $15, so it's now $130.
Damn.
And it does not come with a figure. You're looking at just the X-Wing Fighter itself.
Wow.
It's a great ship. I've got the original release of it back whenever it was just like $110. But you know, man, it's too, in my opinion, it's too expensive. But this week, not shown here, I also did find the helmet for the Stranger, and I picked that up. That's a really cool helmet. Other things, a lot of Funko Pops dropped because there's a lot of the like collector cons are going on right now. So anyway, but actually on pegs, I found both Momonadan, the deluxe one at GameStop, and I found the I forget what his name is, the deluxe Mandalorian Trooper, the Imperial Commando. The Imperial Commando's exclusive to Target. It is $24.99, but it looks great. I did pick one of those up, so I'll be doing a review on that coming up pretty soon. And then that very same day on my front porch was the Carson Teva Wave.
Yeah,
I picked up the case and I did do a review. I did a live stream review last week where I took all of them out of the package, one after the other, and went through them all. And it is a fantastic set. Carson Teva figure is great. The Callus figure is incredible. Asajj Ventress, first time in Vintage Collection. She's fantastic. And then the other two that are reissues, they have some pretty great paint-apps. Now, I have seen reports that the Night Sister, I forget what her name is, from the video game, I've seen reports of her hitting, and the E-Wing Pilot. The E-Wing Pilot has eluded me so far. I have not been able to find that figure anywhere. So if y'all keep your eyes peeled for that E-Wing Pilot, hook a brother up, and I'll send you some cash.
You got it.
Yep.
Deadman1 is checking in. What is up, man? Thank you. Yeah, Scott, I saw that review that you did on the Carson Teva wave.
Yeah.
And you tagged him on Instagram, and he accepted it, and that thing blew up. That review blew up. So that was awesome. Mr. Stevie accepted also.
Mr. Stevie reposted it. Yeah,
wow.
Mr. Stevie reposted it. Carson himself, Paul, posted. Fantha Tracks reposted it.
Wow.
We're currently sitting at almost 23,000 views just on that short alone. I'm like,
yeah.
What the hell? And
Hell
that was
yeah.
within like 24 hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
See, once you think they're not paying attention, they are. They're paying attention. Out
Yes.
there, you know. Yeah. So no, that was great because honestly, people were commenting like, "Hey, dude, like you got that from Entertainment Earth, right? You bought the box and everything, right? So
Yeah, I bought both
it must have gotten out like in and out right to your doorstep before a lot of people because I didn't even see like preview figure people getting him first, you know. So cool on that, dude.
Yeah, I felt, man, whenever Paul accepted it, I was like, ooh. And then whenever
He does
Mr.
care.
He does care. When Mr. Stevie reposted it, I'm like, oh damn, now I feel like I'm getting somewhere. And then he made a comment about my unboxing method. The rip,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
that's the way it should be done. I'm like, you should subscribe to the Sarlacc Digest. That's how we do it, man.
Yeah, he also said something like, "Well, this should make Paul quiet for a while."
Yeah.
Well, awesome,
But-
awesome.
Yeah, great figures though.
I'm shocked on that X-wing, dude. I really am about the price, man. It's like this.
130
Yeah.
bucks.
Like that's
Wow.
ugly. That's just ugly
it is-
for no figure, and yeah,
But GameStop roughly. I mean,
They always
nowadays
They did.
Now
yeah.
they did, but now they're right on par with everybody else. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
find it, I think that's probably maybe you'll find it for 125. But
I mean, but I'm not even like really balking at GameStop raising the price on that. It's just that, you know, when you're talking about these prices, dude, that like from Black Series event, the lines are not even blurred anymore. It's like, I mean, they're almost on par. I mean, that Commando Trooper, is that enough to justify what a Black Series costs? Right?
I don't
yeah.
think so personally. I mean, he comes with a lot of accessories, but I don't think it's on par with the scale, the girth of a Black Series figure.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just overall, you're paying the same price. And,
Yeah.
Shit, dude, Moment of Dawn was $30.
Wow.
I'm like,
That's
what?
crazy.
What?
I think Black
But,
Series
you
was
know.
34 or something
Yeah.
like the deluxe, right? Yeah.
Well, get ready, man. I mean, I know Alex has said it. I think we're looking at more price increases before the end of the year.
Unfortunately.
I think we're looking at the
We-
days
they're
of the
prepping us.
$29.99 6-inch
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah,
Now,
they've been prepping. It's been coming. It's it's
Okay. Now, I want to take this opportunity though to harp on this guy again, the Superman figures that are out there, right? You've got from Spin Master, you've got 6-inch Superman figures that come with a Build-A-Robot, right? At Walmart right now, those figures, their articulation isn't quite as super articulated as a Black Series figure, but they are $7.89 a piece at Walmart. And I'm like, okay, it's not McFarlane quality, which, you know, take it or leave it, that could be a good thing.
yeah, I'm like,
That ain't saying much.
yeah.
No, it's not. But you've got to build a robot. You've got these figures, you know, that are 6-inch. They're in scale with Black Series, and they're $7.89 at Walmart, and they're $9.99 at Target. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like I also did the review of the Batwing. We've talked about the Batwing before. That was a Spin Master vehicle. $16.99. It did go up $1. So $16.99 for that Batwing with some great paint apps on it and stuff. And I understand that there is a licensing fee that Hasbro has to maintain. They have to make up for that licensing fee. but unlike GI Joe and Transformers, where they just own it outright,
Yeah.
but they also Spin Master has to pay a licensing fee to DC as well.
Yeah.
I also think
I know it's not as high as Hasbro and Star Wars, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it comes down to the first of all, it's partially inflation. You know,
Yes.
Black Series technically even right now at $24.99 is not caught up to inflation with what 19.99 was back in 2013. That's closer to 20. That's pushing $28-29 if they kept up with it. The crazy thing about the consumer part of it is that we get more angry about price hikes than we do about less accessories or lower quality plastic or less paint applications. And it's funny that that's how we behave as collectors, because now it's like over time they are trying to maintain the price point, so they're taking away. Now Hasbro and other companies are at a point where now they have to push up the price so that they can maintain this lesser quality. And now everybody's pissed off because now we're getting less and we're paying more. So, you know.
Yeah.
Could you hit Battle Baby's official right there with his comments? I'm sorry, I have no access.
That's okay.
No accessory with Green Lantern sucks. Agreed, but you know what? He didn't really have a whole lot of accessories. He didn't have his lantern. I mean, you could do a construct. That'd be kind of cool. But now I want to 3D print a green, clear middle finger to put on my display.
Several.
I think that would be great. Several.
Breaking Yak Face news: the packaging for the Black Series Halloween Night Trooper has been shown off on official pictures. Are you able to share screen or?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I will try to get that.
It's on his Instagram.
Okay, I will look that up as we continue. I will look that up. So I just want to give a shout out here. Battle Babies official checking in. Any news on the Mustafar going up on Pulse after SDCC? We will get into that in a couple seconds. We also have Basil G checking in.
What's up, Basil?
Matt Logic is have great rest of the show. Catch replay in San Diego already. Waiting for everyone. Thanks, man. Matt Logic, thanks for checking in. Have fun, man.
Yeah, Matt. See me when I'm in San Diego, brother.
Yes,
Myself
sir.
and Chet will be down there on Friday and Saturday.
Okay, let me try to pull up some Yak Face.
While he's doing that, I did get a message from Chet talking about the mask figures from Loyal Subjects, just going off on a slight tangent, and how he was so excited about that line, and then after looking at the video, it's exactly what I told everybody: Loyal Subjects quality sucks. So. Yeah, and he was showing me some photos of it and how janky it is, and I'm just like, I'm so glad I'm not all in. That's unfortunate, you know. They're paying a bunch of money to Hasbro to license the mask line, and this is what they've. I mean, kudos to them for trying, but it's Loyal Subjects. It's not going to get the quality.
But Scott, we knew that though. You know, if you look at their best line,
action.
That's all Ross. Like their quality, like I just didn't think that Loyal Subjects was gonna do it. And when I saw Rhino and I saw that the actual the grill was not sitting flush, and I'm like, if you could do that in like 85, and you've got all this new technology now, and you still can't do it, and the chrome is not the same kind of chrome that they were hitting. I'm like, you know, that to me was just the point. And then they're rushing out. There's like 3 or 4 different versions of that Rhino. Come on, you guys are flooding the market with too much stuff. This lets me know that the price points that you're hitting is not enough, and they're probably going to oversaturate the line again, unfortunately.
Probably. The thing about Loyal Subjects, and I'm not just harping on them because I don't like their best action line. About 15 years ago, they did a GI Joe line. And I was really excited because they were really kind of cute little G.I. Joe, big head, small bodies. Almost before Funko was a thing, they did this G.I. Joe line. The thing that pissed me off about that is, number one, they were all blind box. So you get the box, you don't know what you got, you don't know what's coming in. But then it's like Kevin, my friend Kevin, pre-ordered them months in advance, and they sat on them for a year before ever shipping them out, and they're just a mess. Yay! I delayed long enough.
Dang it! I'm not signed in, but I don't know if it lets me. It won't let me. But anyway,
still see it.
There it is. There's the Yak
good.
Face. There's the zombie trooper. Oh, I gotta have like 8 of them. Cool. 8 of them incoming.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Box looks nice. Can't wait to take it out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tear that up.
Basically. Yep.
The also the what is it that the TIE fighter that I found at Target today? I sent you the message on it. Was the TIE Reaper?
Yeah.
Micro Galaxy. Yeah.
That thing looks incredible, but man, it's big. It is so.
I don't
big
remember
compared
being
to other
that.
TIE fighters.
It is. It's essentially a drop ship. It's like a, because if you remember, that's the one on
E-wing,
Scarif.
right? Like, yeah.
It's the one on Scarif where it drops off the Death Troopers, and that's a full squad of Death Troopers
Gotcha.
inside the drop area.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's much more much more the size of like, probably closer to like the Slave One or something like that. Yeah.
It looked big, but I mean the price on it was $45.
I'm snagging that as soon as I see it. I'm grabbing
Amazon 39 on Amazon right now. You can get that.
Cool.
So, all right, cool. Yeah, so one of the couple things that I want Alex to check out when he's at Comic-Con was the Micro Galaxy booth, the Hot Toys booth or Sideshow, and Hasbro. So we'll see because I'm anxious to see like the next wave. I think they're on like series set on the Micro Galaxy, like series 9, maybe 10.
They're going to series 9 next. They'll probably reveal 10.
I'm waiting for them to. It's going to be a different class scale, but the Star Destroyer scale, because I heard rumblings about a Star Destroyer line and bigger ships, but it's going to be a way smaller scale, of course.
Well, I'd hope so.
And I'm like all in, dude. Like, please do it.
They need to do modular. They need to do buy this.
Man.
Here's the bridge. You spend $50 on the bridge alone, and then you buy this. Here's the gantry. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Actually, a pretty damn good idea, man. That actually would work.
Yeah. Hell Runner, what do you miss? Well, Alex is going to jail for tax fraud.
Yeah, no. I've got the best text guy in the industry. Don't worry about the Commander Bly. I'm good on that.
All right, guys, let's visit probably one of my favorite things that come out this year so far is the Mustafar set slated. We only are less than a couple days away.
Yeah.
For this thing to be in people's hands. Let's talk about how it's rumored to get this thing. So it's available if you're at Comic-Con. And the Yak Face did report and said he's thinking this Friday for Pulse members, non-Pulse members August 1st for on Pulse. Okay. Now we were talking and everything, and I think Tommy and Alex had mentioned about the quantity per purchase. Now, this is interesting, guys. Okay. If this is true, then I see zero problem anybody getting this in their hands. So if you are on the, like me, the FOMO, if it's like on site, dude, I got to buy it on site. So the rumored is what? 5 per?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's crazy.
Christ.
For an exclusive, that's okay. Great news for the people who want it.
Yes.
Great news for everybody who wants it. And we were kind of discussing this a little bit beforehand on, is this going to be like overproduced kind of item, meaning 5 per person? They're doing it in waves. So Comic-Con, Pulse membership, and a non-Pulse membership on Hasbro Pulse on August 1st. Again, that's not official. It's just what's been reported. Again, being that it's not a 1 quantity, not a 2 quantity, it's 5, and it's a big ass set, right? So again, I'm feeling better about getting it myself, and other people that are in our Discord and everybody. I know Julianne Fernie is like she's got to get her hands on one, and
she's got to be frothing at the mouth to get that.
I just want everybody to go. Don't buy it off eBay. Just don't, whatever you do, because that thing's gonna be $200-$300 on eBay. So
unless the seller's name is Scott Solo, don't buy it. I'm kidding. I'm not. I just want one for myself.
Yeah, I think the quantity thing is going to be the better part. When I'm normally you start hearing like maybe a 2 in person or something, and then you're like, okay. I think they didn't actually have enough stock of this. Star Wars is usually a little different thing. It's a higher price license for them. I think they're going to try to make sure they get this in hand. Last year, their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, the Darth Maul with his speeder bike. made sure that up to the 10/27 event, which I believe is in October,
October 27th.
you were still able to purchase.
I think you still can now.
I think so. I think it's still on Pulse.
Still on there.
I think there's only a couple hundred left now.
Yeah, that gives me a hope that, like I said, if you're not at the convention, if you can't get it through the mass point of ordering it through Hasbro Pulse, and even all the way to put those to say they're going to put something to August 1st, that's letting me know I think this is going to be well in stock and well in demand, and I think that's a smart thing for this actual package.
I do too. Bolt's checking in. Scott Solo doesn't do STCC. Maybe it's that Scott Solo.
Oh, Scott Solo. Maybe.
I don't know.
I used to, but for 18 years I did it. Now I love the idea of Comic-Con.
We're getting back. We're going back.
Reality of Comic-Con is. Ugh.
Again, it's like we don't know with the abuse, and you forget about it, and then you go back and like, I forget.
That's why you got to go to some ICC con for some intimate, nice, enjoyable convention.
Exactly. Well, that is on the better half of the news that I was expecting for this exclusive. Now, the everything that I've been hearing again on people that have been wanting this stuff, it is like it's a good sign that it's going to get in people's hands. Now, Alex had brought up a point too. It's like, okay, is this a mistake on Hasbro, or is this going to be something where everybody's clamoring and it's going to be in warehouses for years to come? Because are they overproducing this, right? Which is, it's a good talk to have. But I also think that this exclusive too, I think people that don't even collect Black Series will be buying this one because it's a centerpiece. If like, oh, hey, you know what? They just want something that represents Star Wars. This is like the ultimate centerpiece, one of them. Having Obi-Wan and Anakin and just on the mantle by itself. So I think you're going to get a lot of sales that people don't even collect. They might just get this and open that up. I agree.
I think I've seen a lot of casuals online that are not privy to what Black Series is. They don't collect action figures, but they saw this set floating around the internet and they're like, I gotta get my hands on that. I also want to say, like, it's two of the most iconic characters ever for a generation. My generation, we all have enough adult money now to buy a set like this. I think that if you're waiting, I see like Hal Runner wait for a sale. I really don't think this is a set that's worth. I don't think this is worth waiting and seeing if it's going to go on sale. I think it's a badass killer set, and I don't think that. I just don't think that it's worth it to take the chance on this one. Like, yes, they're eventually going to release the figures again single packed, but I don't think if you want all the extras that come with this, definitely not worth waiting.
That's the seller for me, not the packaging. The selling point is the environment that it comes with, and it's a complete environment with both droids comes together, separate lava effects, retooled figures. I think it's fantastic. Like I really love this. Yeah.
It's like those old Black Series centerpieces. They were called the centerpiece sets, right?
Yes,
but you had little statues instead of actual figures that you added your figures to it. But this thing is the way it should have been done from the beginning, right? Yeah. Small environment pieces with extra bonus add-ons, just the extra hands and saber blades and all that you get with this set that probably will not be available with the standard release, because they're not just gonna they're not just gonna let this die, right?
Yeah. Hal Runner, is it Moocher giving away one? I told you, I promised you guys, if I can get my hands on one, we will use it as a giveaway. And you'll have to stay tuned on Monday if we can get our hands on that extra one at the show, before the show, or what have you. So again, this could all blow up on our face too, with one limit sold out, whatever. And then we're all, again, everything grain of salt. As far as time wise, say this is going into effect time wise, I think they usually correct me if I'm wrong, but convention exclusives are probably a little later in the day.
Yeah.
3:00 Eastern time, 5. I think 5. So around that time. So I'm sure. Okay, stay tuned to our Discord, Instagram, Yak Phase, Tommy, everybody who reports on these things. I'm sure once those are out, they're out. And if Alex, again, he's going to be on the floor, and if he sees time, SKN, I'm sure he will post that too. And get everybody plenty of time to prepare and get that going. But just prepare for this weekend. And it goes for any exclusive too, not just the Star Wars one. Any one that you want. I am the last 5 years we've been very spoiled on getting our hands on exclusives, and I want to keep it that way.
Yes.
It's a good way of keeping us in the game, because before it was to the point where it's too frustrating, to the point where I think people would bow out if they didn't get some of this stuff,
True.
And
making a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is basically printing money. You are printing money.
It is, but here's the thing that I'm a little worried about, and there's a point where, I think that the bigger companies, the Mattels, the Hasbros, they're almost overfishing the pond. I've talked about this numerous times. If you look at the price increases from last year, you had for G.I. Joe, you had Once a Man that was $34. You had the Darth Maul, and I think that was right around 44, somewhere around there. This year, both of their sets doubled, where you got the Cold Sliver 125. You've got you're looking at $100 for the Obi-Wan set and everything. It's like, this is where the problem is happening, is that they're constantly putting this in the summer where they pre-ordered the crap out of everything. Because if you look at our pre-order boxes, oh my god, it's blowing up in overtime.
100%, dude.
I think that it's good in the way that they're getting a nice set, but the worst part about it is they're hitting us, and I think there's a tap out point with some of our fans where they're like, they just can't afford this stuff anymore.
Bolts, he meant Sideshow. Yes, I think. Well, they have been in the past. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while, so
Sideshow, they've always got a massive presence. Whether or not their exclusives are usually kind of kitschy, so it's like you can get like a clone trooper, but the clone trooper is Vachrome or something like that, right? It's always kind of kitschy stuff.
Alex, that point is felt across the entire collecting community. That's what I've been hearing the last 4 or 5 months, right? And it's not the amount of exclusives, it's the weight of the exclusives, it's the price tag on all of these things. Micro Galaxy exclusive is about $100 for that. I don't know how much it's around that for that. Because because the packaging. I think it's electronics.
I think it's $89.99 or something. It's somewhere up there though. It's a good amount of price on it.
Cold Slither, 119, 100, whatever it is. This Mustafar set was rumored at 109. It's still being rumored at around 100.
I think it's gonna be 109. I don't think that press release was accurate.
Okay. I heard about a price reduction to $99.
No.
But, dude, why? If they can't, everybody was already prepared for 100.
Exactly.
But I think that's what it is, Alex. It's you got a Haslab finishing up in what, 20-some days.
August 14th.
Plus, but see, Classify is not just that; it's all those heavy-hitting stuff, pre-orders. Some of those are in the hundreds of dollars, $70, $80, and it's a lot of them. Plus another 4 figures that it just kind of, you know what I mean. And Star Wars has taken a little bit of a withdrawal. We've seen it. And Classified and Marvel, they've been kind of up
just
in front.
Way too much, man. And then not to mention, Hot Toys just dropped the Galactus that they're going to want people to throw cash on.
That's insane.
Every time you turn around, it's like they're just hitting us more and more, and it's the bigger companies. And you look at Lowell Subjects; they had in the last couple of weeks 3 of the Rhino versions, one at 175, one at 125, one at 145, and it's like, I'm just thinking there's a little bit of a problem that's going on, and they're thinking the summer months, because the summer burns us. And then at the end of December, for some strange reason, they just decide, like, they'll drop a Haslab first couple of weeks at the end of November. And they're expecting us to pay for that during Christmas time. So I don't know where the logic is coming from, some of these bigger companies, because they are squeezing the fandom out of us now, and that's going to be a problem that's going to serve itself. We saw the comic book industry, same thing. Speculated market destroyed that industry. Are they posing and doing that for the toy industry? Because it's kind of dangerous what they're doing right now.
Rhino Hobbies, he's canceling pre-orders, keeping the only ones that have either sold out or exclusive. I mean, I think all of us I don't know about Tommy because I've seen his haul from ICC Con, but
Oh my God. It was okay. I will say that haul was a mix of 4 people. I will say
okay,
that.
okay,
That was 4 people.
But we all have been kind of a little bit skittish on picking things up right away, you know, or going all out, right? You know what I mean? Or dropping lines and everything. And it's look, when it comes to like most of it's Hasbro, it's all in one roof, you know what I mean? So they should know. You know, if you're competing with Mattel and Sideshow and Mike, all these things, that's different if you're competing. But like I said, yeah, they're doing their own thing, but Hasbro's dropping bombs after bombs. Like, hey guys, it's not just 3 figures. This is like $400 worth, and then classified $400 worth, and then
it's an interesting perspective because I only collect Star Wars. I will rarely ever buy something that's not Star Wars memorabilia. So I'm
getting there. I'm getting back there.
I don't understand that perspective, but I don't think I want to understand that perspective of collecting multiple lines, even casually. And I will say, even with Star Wars, Micro Galaxy Squadron, I only buy what I see in store. I don't. I maybe I'll get something that's a Vault exclusive every now and again, but I have to limit myself because I go all in on Black Series for the most part. I'm pretty heavy on the Hot Toys right now, so I can't. You have to kind of pick your poison, and that is part of it too. Is some collectors feel like they have to jump on everything, like it's still COVID when everything was still very limited and
Why are you calling me out, man? Why are you calling me out?
Yeah,
but
I went nuts during that time, and I had to take a step back, and then I was telling Alex this a while ago, you know, I look at my collection and I was like, okay, I can't find my Star Wars stuff as easy, and that's a problem for me because again, I want to see my Star Wars first, and then the secondary, like, oh, you got a He-Man shelf, cool, you know, that's where I'm restructuring things and focusing. It's not that I want. Like, I still root for all the other lines. I still root for all these things. I'm still a fan, right? I still want to see this stuff and, like I said, and see it in person and be excited for it. But I had to make that decision. It's almost like I'm not dropping Star Wars, so that's the thing that I'm going to hold on.
Right.
So I'm going to concentrate more on that, you know.
Yeah.
And but I mean, but Alex, they're making it easy for us to kind of choose, right? It's like here's 400 picks here, here's 400 bucks here. Choose. It's like I can't get both. So my first love, always, you know.
Yeah,
and
they're doing the same thing across the board. If you look at McFarlane, he's dropped more figures in this last 3 months than I've seen him in like the last 4 years.
Yeah, and that's scary because he's pumped out figures like crazy in the past, like there was no tomorrow, and now there is no tomorrow for him. He's really pumping
figures out.
You know, it's
when I saw a wall of like Superman figures, I started thinking like it got as big as the Funko, and they started clearancing a lot of them, and I'm like, wow, like
I need to find those.
Been on the shelf for like a month yet, and they're already clearancing this stuff.
Yeah,
that's just not good. So again, you know, you want them to use a little bit of like, you know, just consumer intelligence and just say, hey, are we really kind of overfishing this pond with this? Because you can do one thing. You can either have the, fans enjoy it, pick up what they need, or you can just have guys like, it's just too much and I want to get out of this.
Sure.
I want to get to the disgusting factor, but I'm starting to see that happening where I've cut down on major lines.
Yeah.
You know, I know, Scott, you probably have, and the same thing with Mooch.
Yeah.
You know, it's starting to get that way now, and that's a shame because there is so much great products out there that you do support as many companies, but now you're really being limited to it, man.
Yeah. In the meantime, we're like, we want this figure and that vehicle and that vehicle.
Well, the other part too is
very specific now. Yeah.
You have to wonder if the companies are trying to overreach into the pocket right now, because I don't know if you saw that report that came out maybe a month or two ago that adult collectors are now at the same level as the kids, and we're about to overtake kids as the biggest market for toys and action figures. So I know we're getting there. We're right on the cusp. So I feel like with that report that came out, it's investors are seeing that and saying, okay, well, these people have a lot more money. How can we exploit this to the highest degree?
Yeah. Hence probably why these exclusives are in the meteor sections and why the Haslabs are. We'll see about whatever the Snowcat's doing, you know, and
that ain't good.
I'm surprised that hasn't funded yet.
No, I'm not.
At least
I don't
funded,
want it,
right?
But...
Yeah.
I'm not. I was seeing in every Facebook forum and Joe forums that was not. I think this is what happens when the GI Joe team got a little bit bigger than themselves, because I know the Star Wars team had a setback. I've noticed that there's a couple other ones that didn't really kind of hit, but Transformers, it's been like money. Well, GI Joe has always been able to do that, and people were saying, we want a tank, we want a tank, we want a tank. And then you did this, and I was like, it was kind of tone deaf. And the fans are, for the first time, because we've never seen it go beyond 6 days and not fund.
Well, and then lose funding, and then gain back. Like
I don't think we're hitting all
not
those
funding,
tiers.
but the numbers have gone backwards.
People backed out.
Why?
Yeah,
why?
Backing out.
That is something I will never understand. The point of is
this discussion, Tommy, for them to say, look, like what Alex is saying, if the numbers show, it scares them, right? Again, this is the mentality of, let's back out, even though I'm going to fund it last minute, right?
I can't wrap my head around
them mentality.
If if you are planning to fund it, then fund it and boost the numbers so that it will fund, and then because what happens? What's the worst that happen if you change your mind towards the end, then just back out, or it doesn't succeed, and then it doesn't matter if you backed it or not anyway.
Well,
so
I know, man.
Tommy, here's the thing. I think that at this moment, look, you've got they hit this in the middle of San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
there is people are paying, and if you've been down to San, and I suggest everybody goes down there once. You want to experience it. But the hotel rates are just damn near astronomical.
If you $10,000 to go to Comic-Con these days.
Yeah, I can pay for almost damn near 2 weeks any place else on one night of what I'm paying at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. So I think there's a lot of things they're putting in the summer, and there's a lot of events that's basically squeezing, and from Haslabs into like all these exclusives. I think fans, and also, let's be honest, we're right now in a country where people aren't making that kind of money. People can't afford that. So I think this is not a malicious. People are like, if it's something I really want, I'm gonna get it. If it's something that I didn't want and I can save $350, well, damn it, I'm gonna try to save that $350. And that's only if you're a Pulse fan. It's way more than that if you're not. So that's asking a lot from people in an economy that's not really going great at the moment.
Yeah. Scare Scuttlebutt podcast checking in. What is up, man?
Can you hit Commander Bly's last comment there really quick? It's what's more expensive, San Diego Comic-Con or a weekend at Disney? Yes.
Oh, damn near the same.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
I just think you get a little bit more memories out of going to Disneyland.
I think so too.
Well, it depends. A family of four, or family by yourself.
You're more likely to leave Comic-Con sick.
Yes.
Than you are leaving Disneyland.
It's 100% chance.
Yeah, Comic-Con sickness is real. Make sure you're bringing your cold tablets down there, and make sure also you're bringing your, any kind of, hand sanitizer or something, because it happens. Day one, you will be there. That night, your throat will get scratchy, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then like Saturday, usually you're miserable. Sunday, you're recovering.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I do miss, but you forget about the abuse. You go back and go, I remember why I haven't been here in 10 years. And
it is like abuse. It
is,
back to an ex-girlfriend that beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back next year. But yeah, I mean,
just to be hurt some more.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about, we did this thing a lot. I think last year when Comic-Con was going on, is the accessibility of Comic-Con. So you don't mind. Like, okay, you want to make exclusives, you want to make us work and stand in line and do that. That's fine, it's cool. But like Comic-Con itself, San Diego itself is not accessible.
Yes.
At it to go and plan. And if you do, you've got to make like, hey, I need 50 people to share a B&B to go there, and one person needs the carpool because there is no parking. You know what I mean? And then they'll schedule a Padres game. I swear they will. Yeah. They haven't in the past, but they will. Just cause.
There's also the fact that Comic-Con is also, it's so big and there's so many people there that they branched outside of the convention center and they actually take over different areas of the downtown area. And it's so impossible to maneuver. The city is not built for that kind of traffic.
Yeah.
No. You got to be dropped off, walk 3 miles, do whatever you have to do. And at the same time here, Scott, I'm telling everybody go and experience because
you've got to
it is
go
a
once,
once in a lifetime thing.
You have to go once. You have to see it for yourself.
Yeah,
you have to get the experience. It's always good to have. But the one thing that after going to San Diego for like 30 years now, the one aspect that really gives you points, like Tommy said, you look at real conventions differently. I enjoy the Robo Toy shows. Going to Toy Atlanta.
You don't miss anything.
I enjoy going to the shows because, like, to be honest with you, San Diego is basically just, it's almost kind of like going to like the Oscars. It's a snub fest kind of where you meet some people, you shake some hands, but you really don't talk to anybody. But when you're at these smaller shows, you really get a good chance. Toy Atlanta was the first time I went. I enjoyed that show so immensely, being able to speak to people, whether it's big creators or middle-sized creators or small. You were able to sit, have dinner, have conversations, and it felt like it was real.
Right.
Compared to San Diego, where it's like, hey, buddy, I'll call you. You're never seeing this person and never talking.
You were there? There's 100,000 people every single day there.
It just changes, man.
And they don't leave. They don't leave at 6:00 when the doors close either. And again, it's a great experience.
Got to do it once.
Because then you have those stories and everything. But again, it's like one of those. Here's the thing: Rhino Hobbies is saying he'll go next year. I'm making an effort to get back into the mix of it, just to go get my tickets and go again. 300, it's a year to kind of like prep and go, and even if it's a drive down there, like I said, walk the 3 miles to the convention and go on for the day, or like I said, gang up and do it. It's without the we talked about this on Wednesday, without the big heavy hitters, Marvel, Disney, all those things that are not there anymore, maybe it is going to retract in the sense of the hustle on both, and you can't do anything there. So maybe it's got to get back to a comic convention, right? Like something where there's vendors there selling cool stuff, some independent stuff. Like I remember seeing Robert Kirkman there at a little artist alley table just by himself, him and 2 other people, with this Walking Dead thing, or Invincible at the time. You know what I mean? And that's the things like, I remember that, dude. That's where I want to get back to, and that's where cool. And Alex is 100% right. The smaller conventions you hit now, and there's a lot more popping up, so there really is no excuse, and then watch them grow from there.
I agree, but there were times where you could walk up and you could say hello to Kevin Smith or Jason Mewes or or Sean Astin or somebody else, and now it's like you got to get in line, you got to wait. There was a big kerfuffle back in the last time I went was 10 years ago or so, and Hasbro, they had this exclusive G.I. Joe thing that I wanted to get, but then you had to be up under the sales at a certain time to get a lottery ticket. You might get, you might
that's
not get
when
it.
I stopped.
Who knows?
Dude. I was done.
The
lottery thing, people camping out 2 days to get in the Hall H after.
It was
with this
freaking
noise.
Twilight. Twilight did it, which drives me crazy. It's like Twilight.
Not my
Comic-Con.
Which a little FYI, blame Dr. Brentley on that. He cut one of those reels. Dr. Brentley, I'm going to expose you right now for that whole thing at Hall H. That was on Dr. Brentley.
You cut it. Too good of a promo. He's too good at his job. He made Twilight a little bit too good.
Glittery vampires. Thank you, Dr. Brentley.
Glittery vampires.
We'll always remember that.
but one other word of advice if you do go to Comic-Con, deodorant. That's it. Just deodorant. Remember that keyword. Right
for
there.
you or your neighbor.
Sunscreen, a jacket, because one thing people don't understand about Southern California is that is right by the beach.
Yeah.
It can go from blazing hot at 109, and then it can hit to like at night where it's hitting like 69 degrees and that wind's blowing. So make sure that if you're going to be down there,
people move there.
Be wise.
It's beautiful.
Be wise.
Yeah.
The convention center sits on the ocean front.
Right.
So it's right. You look outside and there's the ocean, right?
The marina's right. Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Let's do this. Howl Runner Base. Isn't there a Da Vinci's Collection Haslab rumor going around?
Uh-oh.
The answer is yes, there is.
Woo!
There's two.
There are two.
There are two. First off, I'm pissed off because it doesn't say Black Series.
Yeah, there is no plans for a Black Series Haslab anytime soon.
And that's why we're going to make it. And I think we're going to run out of time today to do this because we're going to talk about this rumor stuff. But I'm making it a mission of Toy Chest and try to get everybody to try to convince Hasbro that it can happen. if we could get enough people to kind of like voice and say, look, yeah, like we do want a Black Series, and and maybe collectively kind of have a voice, maybe we can get Black Series Haslab to come back at some level, either if it's like I said, a made to order, bigger item kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because again, the one thing that I look at my shelving stuff, the one that's glaringly missing is any kind of like environment or any kind of like world building and stuff like that. It's great to have the figures, and I love it. I love the Mustafar set, and I do want them to triple down on those like sets like that. I think that'd be fantastic, and that will fill up a lot of that space. I understand scale and room is a very limited possibility. So we're gonna try to make some Haslab, just like what Tommy does on Bliss Transmissions. I thought he did an amazing one with the Geonosis creature arena set. I was like, done. I will do it. I'll go DoorDash right now to get that $300, $400, and let's go. So, but I think what we'll do is we'll make our pitches a practical pitch like this. We can see the price point, and this is what we get out of it, and the scale. We're not going to make it like here's a freaking ad or whatever it is. Leave those up to the 3D printers. They'll do those things by itself. But what are the rumors for a vintage collection Haslab coming through?
I have heard two big rumors right now. One has kind of been a little more long-standing, that being a TVC Sandcrawler vehicle / playset. Okay. Second one being a Death Star, either modular or some sort of fold-out something
playset.
Death Star TVC playset.
I'm getting my wallet right now. So Death Star,
Scott's in on both, I think, no matter what, because it's like what you have to at this point.
So something I can say about the Haslabs is, while that's not for me, I would totally buy Death Star playset, but while Sandcrawler is not for me, I feel like that is like the last thing that Star Wars action figures could do right now that could really change the game. Is if they do the Sandcrawler, then they're committed to building a planet, not just a scene, not just a vehicle.
True Return to Tatooine kind of thing.
That means that they are committed to this Return to Tatooine is a multi-year thing.
I got goosebumps, Tommy, on that. I really did. That was, even though it's vintage collection, I got goosebumps. I'm like, that's cool. Even that notion of it.
Building the planet of Tatooine would be like the last big thing that Star Wars action figures could possibly do.
Yeah. I would back a Sandcrawler because I like anything original trilogy vehicles wise. Yeah, I mean that's
space them out because I'll get both.
Yeah. Well, out of those two, it makes sense for me on the Sandcrawler because of that graphic and that trend.
Yeah.
That missing vehicle that said everything in that photo, that promo photo is there for a reason, and I think that's what it is. Now, I saw some things, and again, I was just like looking at people make sketches in all these things all the time. Instagram was there was a couple of these Death Star scene sketches going around, and I just kind of skipped through and become just another fan made whatever. But now that when you said that, I'm like, maybe those are just, I mean, they're still fan made, but they're kind of why they're being fan made, because things come around full circle a lot, right? So, and I'm like, a play set, I haven't seen an actual play set, not a scale model or a something like that, but a just like what Bill Kenner stuff used to do with play sets.
I looked to. Do you guys remember in the early '80s there was the it wasn't Micro Galaxy, but it was a Star Wars Micro collection. It was the Micro Series collection.
Yes.
I've got them all. They still have their boxes and the whole bit, but the Death Star playset in that, it was two separate pieces that linked together, and it hit every major point in A New Hope.
Yeah.
Right. So I could see them scaling that crap up and maybe adding a throne room or something. Don't add a throne room because somebody else has done that much better than you could ever do. But you could scale that up and still make it, a multi-level thing. And I mean,
especially if you maybe multiple, you have this one section and another made to order Haslab as an additional section. And Yeah,
put them
like
together
a combiner Haslabs.
What if what if you've got like half of a gantry entrance, right? And it just kind of looks that way, but you buy another one, you just flip it around, you can put them together and have a gantry entrance for your Falcon. Let's do this. I mean, what are we waiting for?
Yeah. We got Hayes EHL3. I'm sure you guys can sound it out. I'm sure I mean something. But he just picked up the Disney Soundcrawler on eBay last week. Yeah.
That's in my collection.
Yeah.
It's a great toy. It's just the colors are off. So
Hal Runner doesn't like either of those. So he's saving his money.
Hal Runner is waiting for the Ray Deluxe sets where he can just buy all the versions of Ray.
I mean, who isn't? I mean,
he doesn't like the original trilogy. We get it.
He needs to change himself to contrarian base. That's what he needs to be. Anything that would not sell to the mass market, Hal Runner's like, give me.
That's right. Yeah,
I'll take it.
Commander Blymuch could just 3D print a Death Star Haslab for all of us. Yeah. By the way, I am working on that offer, the files. You've seen the print. I've got it sitting in my living room.
Yeah.
I've scaled it down to 1/18th. I got 1/12th and 1/18th, and I'm working on that offer to bring to 3D printers out there, or people that want a 3D print for things. So
cool.
You will have a Moocher's 3D printing lab, Death Star throne room. Woo! Not really a Death Star. It's the throne room.
It is epic.
Yeah. So
it's ridiculously epic. But I mean, either or though. You go Sandcrawler. How big are you going to go with the Sandcrawler, right? I mean, because the Disney Sandcrawler is already a third bigger than the original Hasbro's. How big are we going to get here?
Well, this goes in line with there has to be some liberties. There has to be in this Haslab world. The Razor Crest is almost a 1-to-1, right? But it's still
almost
okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really honestly just do a studio replica. You can't be a prop replica on toys.
Yeah.
Even Black Series, like I said, when I start doing my pitching on Black Series stuff, I have to understand that you got to make this a reality thing, right? This can't be a prop replica. It has to be a play set, and so there might have to be some corners cut. So how big a Sandcrawler or a Death Star playset? Death Star playset, they have the Cantina, which is modular and thing. That's how I honestly think that that's what they would do if it is and it'll be multi-tiered. So thin but tall.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. But I also think that, like Tommy said, this is their opportunity to close a chapter and be like, Tatooine is built out. I mean, what else do you want besides figures and then little scatter terrain? I mean, you got the Cantina, you've got the land speeder,
Jabba's Palace.
Jabba's Palace. You've got, there are so many things, and someone mentioned like if it was a Mando Sandcrawler or what I'm like, that would be a tier. The skull, the Crate Dragon skull,
the top, yeah. There you
go.
Well, even for whenever he was on the other world with the off-world Jawas, the
that's what I was saying.
Sandcrawler looked the same, but you could just put the little canopy on top of it. And there you go.
Not cardboard though, but an actual.
Here's one that I heard that it's not a legitimate rumor, but I heard it and I was like, that would be cool, and I could totally see Hasbro doing this. Would be the Bad Batch shuttle, the Havoc Marauder.
Oh, okay.
And then that's how you have to get the rest of the Bad Batches. They're locked behind this Haslab.
We speculated the last time there was a Haslab rumor because Scott was like, "Why do we only what Bad Batch is only out there for?"
All we have right now is Hunter, right? And Crosshair's not even out yet.
Yeah.
Crosshair's not even out yet. He's coming. But that's it, and it's only version 1. We've already had 2 different versions of all of these characters. In case, I think Crosshair even has 3 versions of them. So
we speculated on that, but we're like, is there enough interest? Just like the Snowcat, right? Like Bad Batch is a deep dive because it's a spin-off of the spin-off, and it's the you know what I mean? And but that's the way of saying, hey, we're going to finalize the Bad Batch figures. Now, would that be like it would generate some interest, but would it generate enough? That's why it's like, it's not
at all.
It's iconic, but it's not iconic enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not yet. Anyway.
Cool ship.
Douglas Tupper checking in. What is up?
What's up, Doug? Another one that I could see, and this we're not going.
No, we're out of time for our speculate. Yeah. So
I've already got some other ideas. So I can't
it gives time to marinate on this, and I'll throw this to the pit too. To kind of really to go there, but. How Runner saying Haslab should promote future world building, not around figures we already have. Well, that's hard because I don't think there's a lot of locations that you don't have figures around. Like I said, if they went Bespin, you could build around the figures you already have.
If it was Black Series, then I would understand making a Haslab and then promoting figures we don't have yet. The thing with TVC is just like the current form of 3 3/4 Star Wars. It's always been that same scale, just named under a different line, and that's even why, like, when you would watch those promotional videos while the Cantina campaign was going on, they would show it and be like, oh, here's what it looks like on a bookshelf. And then they'd have Power of the Force figures and Saga Collection figures mixed in there, because the idea is not that you're just getting into 3 3/4 Star Wars. Right. The idea is that line is targeted toward an adult audience now. And because of that line is targeted towards collectors who have been in the game.
Look,
for
you can use your Kenner figures on that Cantina. You know what I mean? It's seamless.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I kind of should have bought one. You know, at one point, you know, or
Hellrunner base right there. He says Bespin is worse than Tatooine. I will
not
say
for us old heads.
I love Bespin, but even I will say that I think a Bespin playset could be a little on the boring side, right? It's essentially like an elite hotel. That's what it looks like. It's
like the Halcyon? Like the Halcyon Disney Hotel?
Well, unless you've got like no real action happen there other than what you had at a dinner table, a torture chamber, and a
whoa. Don't forget about Wilro Hood. Don't you forget about
him an action figure, man.
We do, yeah.
Not in Black Series. Sorry,
not in Black Series. Unfortunately, I think we only have Leia, Han, and Luke and Lando. That's the only Bespin that we have.
I have a guy named David Edge who is in my community, and he reminds me of every single video that I do on Black Series. He goes, but where is Bespin Gown Leia? Every video he comments on.
Hey man,
shout out David Edge.
I David, you're my favorite person right now, because that's what
great figure.
I mean, we don't even have a Lobot.
You know what I
mean?
Man.
We have
come on,
or an Ugnaught, or you know what I mean? Like there's or
we have
Guard,
an Ugnaught. We have Queel.
Okay,
we have an Ugnaught. Yeah.
Okay. But he has to have his lunch pail.
You get an Ugnaught with his lunch pail and an apron for $30, and just one. You won't get a 2-pack.
Crazy.
Yes, Rhino. Yeah, Avengers Collection has a great low, but I mean, there are a lot, and again, that's what honestly, you know, it's those kind of talks and speculations and visions of completing a set is that we don't have a Lobot yet. One day it's going to happen, and then you move on to the next one. And that's honestly, you know, as much as we would love it all right here and right then, it's just like once it's there, it's over.
Right.
And I don't know about you guys, but like collecting was collecting. It wasn't just purchasing. It wasn't just buying and then leaving it alone. This is a long format thing to do, a long format hobby.
Almost like 50 years into it, yes.
Yeah. I mean, for a long time, you know. And we said this last year at Comic-Con, around this time last year, where we see this 180 of Black Series, especially Black Series. We see this 180 on character selection, minifigure vehicles like that. We're just like, yes, you know. And again, as much as you don't like something, you voice your opinion to Hasbro. You should do the same to when they do something you like, voice that opinion to Hasbro. That is a direction, because if it's only negative stuff or it's only stuff you don't want or whatever, then they'll never kind of get out of this where it's a us versus them attitude, right? And that's where I'm like, me personally, I would love to see that go away, and it's us versus us, or it's us and us, you know. And so Mustafar said, if you like it, if you support it, buy 3. Give it to somebody. That I know it's expensive, but you know, it's a $100 gift. But hey, you know,
you know, and to piggyback on that too, if you're angry about it, why are you still doing it? You know, why
there
are
some people that just love it because it clicks. They get that likes. I won't mention
clicks
names.
and the likes. The clicks and the likes, brother.
Yeah. That's why, and they're still. Oh, I hate this Marvel figure. I'm still gonna buy it. And
I've been having
everybody's wrong. So.
I've been having some conversations with some friends recently, just about like the fun sponging that these people do, man. Just complain. I'm not saying just be happy with what you get, but like, dude, when if that's all you have to do is complain, then you really just shouldn't be spending your money on.
We're in 2025. Right? Look at the format. You're at. Start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Get some friends to talk about it, and maybe Hasbro will listen, or maybe they if they don't comment, maybe they listen. So I mean. It's all out there in the open for this collective thing. It's a hobby we love. So I'll leave off with this, but Hal Runner said this too. You know, it's still holding out that the vintage collection wasn't forgotten for the rise of Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, thank you. Revenge of the Sith anniversary, and we'll see something cool. Hasbro does have a panel. Just to remind you guys, I think it's
they do.
Saturday or Sunday or something. Or
it's on a day that ends with day.
Yeah, it's on. And why?
Oh my god!
And that's why we will be doing a show on Monday to recap everything. I'm sure Tommy's going to do that too, and SKN will have some news of getting into their Toy Box Chronicles. But homework, we've got homework. This is what I want our future conversation to go. It's not going to overtake the entire conversation, but next Monday we'll start it if there's time, and we'll continue this.
Yeah.
Let's start doing what Tommy does. Let's steal from Blitz Transmission. Tommy, turn your head off here, just real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Right, close your eyes. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna steal from Blitz Transmissions, and we're gonna use what he did very successfully, and I want to bring this over here. Let's pitch our Haslabs. Let's get our Haslabs, but again, let's be practical, and let's kind of like I want to keep it in Black Series because we don't have any. There isn't a Black Series. Vintage collection, we're getting those, but if you want to give some honorable mention, like what you want, that's fine, Scott. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, I want a Black Series pitch. But I also understand that because you're also thinking about your own collection when you do these pitches. So I will allow you to pitch some vintage collection too. Yeah.
Thank you, kind sir.
But I want to hear a Black Series pitch, and I want to hear from the pit too. But again, be practical, be reasonable on the tiers, be reasonable on the price. Something that you can honestly see being made, and you can see you backing. And because then we'll discuss it here, and we'll just kind of snowball some ideas. And again, if we get enough people to do the same thing, maybe that'll entice Hasbro to take a second look at Black Series. And there could be, because I feel personally that they didn't give it enough chances after the fact, after the Rancor or do whatever. They just completely walked away from it, saying we'll never touch that ever again. Because again, I'm not hearing anything, right? I'm not hearing. So again, I'm making my own assumptions if they're not talking about this in the back room. I don't know if it's on the whiteboard or whatever. So,
what's our Master Saber?
Yeah, and don't double up on it. Don't give us an awesome Haslab and then give us like something that's like Acolyte witch scene. You know what I mean?
The many. Are you setting a dollar limit? I mean, because I know the money drives a lot of collectors.
So what I can tell you is that it would be, usually when I do a Haslab pitch, I think of a dream Haslab. Like, what is my most ideal, knock it out of the park Haslab, that something I would purchase myself. I know that the Hasbro team has drawn up an $800 to $1,000 Black Series scale AT-AT before that they never did anything with.
I heard about that.
So I mean, if that is the maximum, that's usually as big as I will think.
Right.
I'll try to think within that.
But you also got to take, like what Alex is saying, take into account for today's market, take into account for, like I said, something that it's practical. You know
something
what I mean?
that will give you that wow factor, like this Anakin and Obi-Wan pack that for most Star Wars collectors get literally the second that got revealed, you have people saying, I have to have that. Like this guy earlier in the chat, if I don't get that, I'll die.
I mean, in our Discord, like I said, even like Julia in the same way, she's like, what do I do? Please help me. I'm like, we got you. We're going to give the information as best we can, and again, if I get my hands on one, we're going to give it away. So that's the promise. That's what we're going to do. I might have to make some people jump through hoops on doing it. Cause again, I won't make it, too difficult, but it's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be a hard thing to get, so it's not just be like, oh, just put your name in here and random. Now, man, you're gonna have to follow some people that we want you to follow. But I think it'll be cool experiment. Again, it gets us talking, and again, the goal is to get Hasbro to look our way. Also, you know what I mean? Like, hey, there's some discussions being made, and the amount of feedback and excitement, I think that's what fuels a lot of those discussions
for sure
at base too. You know what I mean? And if we want to, again, have this us and us thing, not us versus them, then I think I implore all toy shows to do the same thing. Even not just Star Wars, like even G.I. Joe. If the Snowcat's not something, then make it known. Like, look, guys, Snowcat's way too third tier or whatever it was. We want these first, you got to make those known. Don't just put your arms folded, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, Stu John, 2 miles. That's maybe. I don't know, dude. Have you seen the Executor? Like 2 miles is generous, or not generous. It's too low. Too low. You're too low, man.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Wow.
Electronic pip. Yeah, if they don't give us a pip droid plus a Bespin playset. But anyway, all right, guys. So we will be back next Monday, to do this all over again and see what Comic-Con does. Again, those panels, we'll be paying attention to them. Pre-orders, we'll be paying attention to. Getting our hands on that exclusive, what have you. I'm looking forward to hearing what Alex sees down there and sends us footage. It's going to be awesome. But you know what, Alex, SKN, I think you guys got a brand new show coming up.
We actually do.
Again, another show.
I know, we're just working our butts off over there a little too
much.
You got to keep up with Tommy. Jesus Christ.
I know.
It's a night and day scenario, bro. Wednesday, Toy Box Chronicles at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the a couple of weeks ago, we had Chris Scott with Grindhouse Toys and his World War Hell on. Well, actually, we're going to have another Kickstarter campaign, Rise of Nexus, another 3 3/4 figures that are hitting the Kickstarter world. Actually, it should pique Scott's curiosity as well. I know you like that scale. People's called it the Lord scale on certain places.
God scale, yes.
So we're going to have the creators of that Kickstarter on. And then on Thursday, normally we would premiere this show on Fridays. That's normal time. But we're going to do a special Comic-Con edition of Good Morning Toy Box. That's right. Myself and Mr. Maddox will be in the mornings now as well. So on Thursday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be Good Morning Toy Box with all of the SDCC exclusives that we think are must-haves. Now, we're not going to go through every list, but it's just the ones that we feel like, hey, you want to pay attention to. Comic-Con will actually be full-blown because they do Wednesday night preview night. Right. Thursday at 8 a.m., those doors open. So at 10 a.m., we'll start hearing some little traits and see what's going on from there. And then on Friday, while myself and Mr. Maddox will not be on Pixel Plastic and Ink because we will be down in San Diego, we'll probably just pop in for a little while. But Rad and Dr. Brentley will be holding that down on Pixel Plastic Ink. Again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So catch us there. And again, to a Good Morning Toy Box. It's going to be on a Thursday, but it will premiere on Fridays. So we're trying to work out that schedule now. So we wanted to give you guys something for, hey, you can see us during the night. You can hear us on Action Figure Frequencies. You can see us on PPI. But, where you guys, just in case in the day, if you're on the East Coast, you got lunch. Well, now you can hang out with us.
Surprisingly, a lot of people watch during the day.
Yes, they do. It's starting to get a little bit more. Starting to get a little more popular, but I'm more curious with Tommy and his actual live stream schedule over at Blitz Transmission. We'll be able to promote that a little bit more.
What? But first, you must answer this question first, Tommy.
It is. I've been told yesterday. I was told for the first time that my mustache is fake and is a clip-on. So I'll leave that up to you. You decide. So I have finally decided to do a regularly scheduled live show that I just announced on my social media today. The Blitz Barracks. The last Sunday of each month. at like 7 p.m. Eastern time, I think is what I said. I want to have just a like a monthly recap, super laid back casual stream with a ton of friends on. So like obviously all you gentlemen will be invited on an episode.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah. I definitely want to have the SKN crew and the Sarlacc guys on an episode each. I'll have like 3 co-hosts that are friends of mine as well. So just kind of, we'll talk action figures, we'll talk media, we'll talk whatever anybody wants to talk about that day, or whatever happens in that month that's like a hot topic, maybe something we want to talk about. Very excited to finally launch that, because I am kind of sick of some negativity that's been going on in the community. So I'm like, you know what, rather than like confront the negativity, I'm just going to go over here with the positive energy and make my own thing. So
Nice.
Friends only. So that'll be that stream. You guys are more than welcome to watch. Other than that, reviews. I'm going to be reviewing this that got delivered from Tosche today. So very excited to review the new Krennic. And I got a couple fun videos coming up. Hopefully I can work on those the next couple days. But yeah, that's all. But what do we got going on at the Sarlacc Digest?
Scott, you want to take this one?
Stuff and things. That's right, folks. We have stuff and things ready. No, I've actually got a couple of reviews coming as well. I'm also going to do the Krennic, but as well as the Stranger's helmet. That's right. I did pick up Kamir's helmet, so I'll be doing a review on that. But not only that, with the reviews, we've also got our regular every Wednesday show, and this Wednesday is no exception. I'll be back in the normal studio with all my lights and toys and stuff that I feel weird in this place, this echoey room. But we've got some. I don't want to get too much into it because Mooch will slap my hand. But we've got some stuff coming up. There's going to be some adjustments and some pivots, and there's going to be maybe even another giveaway coming. Not just there's some other stuff.
Not
coming.
the Mustafar. Something.
Not the
else.
Mustafar. Something else.
You guys are finally firing Moocher. I mean, this is that's not
a secret. But
we are
stepping down.
We're kind of
resigning.
Yeah,
that's right.
However you got to spin it, brother.
Exactly.
Joey's going to take his place. Joey
will take my place.
Showrunner. But no, we've got kind of this partnership going that we're starting up, and there will be a review and a giveaway of said reviewed item.
Wow.
So stay tuned. You'll get some more information on that. I don't want to give too much away just yet, just in case it all falls apart.
I know, right?
So I don't have anything
we're
in
this
hand
close.
yet. I know. So.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, again, links are in the description below, guys, to check us all out. Hit that bell notification, hit that subscribe, like, tell a friend. Every week is Tell a Friend Week. Bring a friend and join the conversation, of course. And I will leave it at Moocher's 3D Printing Lab, which is a YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow and grow. Just dropped a 24-inch Megatron I printed out and had a nightmare assembling it, but it's amazing.
Maniac.
Yeah, and there's a lot more coming because I just set up another printer in the living room. So and that's just my home printers. I haven't gotten to the shop printers, you know what I mean? So I have, Anyway, you want to find out more, Moocher's 3D Printing Lab. Cool. And of course, I'd still do the stands, still do the displays, which I'm revamping the entire catalog to some better quality and faster and just amazing stuff. So thank you guys, everybody in the pit. You guys were amazing as always. Again, homework assignment, get your Haslab pitches in, and we will kind of go over those and see what can stick, see what we can get Hasbro to look our way on Haslab Black Series. It's just that we've never had one, not a successful one, and we need one. Something.
Yeah.
This is the time. It's primed. We're primed. Oh, what we got, Moon Jockey. How is this? How's it when commando droids wear Royal Guard's armor? They have 5 movable fingers.
Oh my god! Shout out to Moon Jockey. His channel, his videos are hilarious. watching his premiere video on his channel was him buying a bunch of the Holocom May assassin figures.
Yes,
and he wanted to increase the value of the figure by blowing up and shooting a bunch of them in his backyard. So that was he's got some great content. Go check him out.
That's a great idea. That was my Nia Num idea. Buy all the Nia Nums in the world, and then each one will be $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, blow them up.
Exactly. Moonjackie, thank you so much for that awesome super chat. Thank you so much, guys. With that, we are done. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Scott.
Keep it nerdy. Wait, the camera's there. Where's my camera? Keep it nerdy, everybody.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.